Let's just get to this audio. So Stephen A. Smith was on, obviously, First Take, and he was complaining about the Knicks and, obviously up to his shenanigans. But there is some truth to what he had to say in this audio. Here is Stephen A. Smith on First Take talking about the New York Knicks.
You're the New York Knicks. Listen, you're pissing me off. I'm really getting disgusted with this organization right now, okay? I understand that you went out there and you got Karl Anthony Towns, who's been lights out. The brother's doing special things. Nothing but love for my man Cat right there. But I'm looking at the New York Knicks. Where's their identity? The story of the game is that they gave up 149 points. A Tom Thibodeau team has given up 149 points. Where's Tom Thibodeau at? Where is he? This imposter that's on the sidelines. You understand what I'm saying? Looking like Tom Thibodeau. Ain't the Tom Thibodeau I know and love. Where's the defense at? Do you realize that the New York Knicks, how horrible they are defensively? Offensively, they are off the charts. I think that Jalen Brunson, I heard you earlier, Wendy, top 5 candidate for league MVP honors. The brother is balling out. We know what Karl Anthony Towns is doing. But I'm looking at the New York Knicks right now. No surprise for a Tom Thibodeau team ranked dead last in the NBA in bench minutes and bench scoring. I'm so surprised. So now you're questioning their depth, okay? And then defensively, yes, OG Anunoby has been out the last 5 games. Yes, they've been 4-1 in his absence. But their defensive rating is one of the worst in the league.
So that's Stephen A. Smith bringing up identity, and he's calling out Tom Thibodeau, saying that there's an imposter coaching the New York Knicks. It is not Tom Thibodeau coaching the New York Knicks. Some truth in that, Chris. Identity. He brings up identity. Obviously, their identity is offense. They're a great offensive team.
Yeah.
And they can score with the best of them. If not, they are the best. Obviously, Bronson and Cat having amazing seasons. Josh Hart and Obi, before he went down, was having a resurgence. Mikal Bridges, when you put the full package together, he's actually having a good season. So their identity is their offense, but defensively, they've taken a hit. They have. Teams are attacking Karl Anthony Towns pick and rolls, and teams are attacking the Mikal Bridges, Karl Anthony Towns pick and roll combination. That's not a good combo. But what do you got to say on Stephen A. Smith talking about identity? Where's their identity?
I mean, that's kind of valid in my opinion when it comes to identity, right? I still think this team is still trying to find what their identity is. Look, we thought they were getting back to that identity that we thought they had last season, right? Just a gritty team, getting after it on defense, playing hard, making the other teams feel them. And then, last 5 games, we take a back seat to that. The same type of effort just wasn't there defensively, right? So I still think there is some, it's a valid what Stephen A. Smith said as far as their identity, right? But I think part of that also is we're so used to Tom Thibodeau-led teams being defensive juggernauts, just going out and that being the DNA. And that's not to say this team doesn't have that per se, but I think this is one of the better offensive teams Tom Thibodeau has ever coached, in my opinion. So it's only natural, and it took me a while to kind of buy into it, where this is more an offensive heavy team than it's going to be defensive. I don't think we're not going to be top 5 in defense, out there. That's why I said early on, if we are around the 15th range defensively, pair that with the offensive firepower that we have, we'll be good.
That's what you hope. And look, Knicks have 2 marquee matchups at the end of this month versus Boston and Cleveland. What stinks is that they are 0-3 against them, and more recently they got blown out again. Say what you want. You could say they built their team to kind of match up against Boston, and in the 2 times that they played them, they've gotten their doors blown off. So yeah, that's a problem. That's an issue. And obviously Stephen A. Smith, he's really good at what he does. He gets paid the big bucks for a reason. He gets a reaction out of Knicks fans, and he's getting a reaction out of us. But there is some truth to what he said regarding Tom Thibodeau, that there's an imposter right next to the Knicks bench. That was kind of funny, but the reality is a Tom Thibodeau team defense is normally the identity. But with this team, like Chris just stated, the offense is so good that defensively, that is just an area where you're just hoping that a healthy Mitch and a healthy OG Anunoby can improve that a little bit, and I think they will.